Abdulazim is the founder and chair of Rosala Charity Association. He joins me now from Cairo. And as I understand it, so your organization has been collecting aid to send into Gaza. What do you make of the opening up of this crossing? In the first instance, this must be good news. What do you know about what may get through at this point?
This is great news. We have been waiting on the Rafah crossing for several days, hoping for the humanitarian aid to be delivered to the people in Gaza. So this is great news. I hope they will allow us to keep delivering humanitarian aid for the coming days or weeks.
Right. Let's talk about what we know will actually get through and how long we believe this border will be open for. Do you have any further details at this point?
No, actually, I mean, our job is to prepare the humanitarian aid. So we have prepared everything. And there are more than 100 trucks waiting on the border there, full of food aid, medical supplies. Actually, you know, among the things that we're sending to the people in Gaza, we're sending water and we're sending actually shrouds. Can you imagine? We did check with some Palestinian people. They asked us for shrouds. So there's one truck that is full of shrouds to be sent to the people in Gaza.
Insufficient aid, of course, will lead
is disastrous.
to more deaths. Yeah, and that is absolutely clear. Anecdotally, I've been speaking to people in southern Gaza and, of course, in northern Gaza. We are, of course, only talking about southern Gaza and access to humanitarian supplies at this point because Israel hasn't opened the border around the northern side. Insufficient aid, of course, we know will lead to more deaths. So in the first instance, you've been collecting this aid and ensuring it's ready to go through. What are you putting on these trucks? What do we understand to be on these trucks, these first trucks going in?
There are a lot of food, water, shrouds, and medical supplies. This is what is there in the more than 100 trucks that are there. They are collected by the different charitable organizations in Egypt. There is a national alliance for Egyptian civil work we are part of, and we are coordinating our efforts. So each charitable organization is providing what it can. So there is plenty of trucks that are there, and they've been there for several days. We've been waiting maybe for a week now. So I hope they will open the crossing tomorrow. I hope.
Right, Sharif, and we are told that is what is happening. What isn't clear is, you know, just how safe the other side of the border is going to be. We're certainly well aware that there has been significant shelling right down to the Rafah area. Sharif, is it your understanding that it will just be UN trucks going through the border? Or is it your understanding that there will be a wider group of trucks? Because my sense was, and I'm still trying to stand this up, that it was UN vehicles only carrying UN aid for UN organizations, because Israel has said that none of this aid must get into Hamas's hands.
For me, I'm not sure what will take place on the Rafah crossing. But for us, it is not about Hamas. We are sending aid to Palestinian people. Egyptians are unanimous in their support for Palestinians. So this is being sent to Palestinians who are suffering from the situation right there in Gaza. It's not about Hamas by any means. It's about Palestinian people. And all Egyptians are in solidarity with the Palestinian people. So whether it is UN trucks or you call it UN, we are doing our job here. We are doing our job to help Palestinians.
Absolutely, and that is the population who is in danger, and insufficient aid, as I say, will cause more deaths. The reason I brought that up is that Israel has been absolutely emphatic that the supplies that get through can't get into Hamas's hands. Should they get any evidence of that, of course, you know, one assumes that they will stop this operation happening. So what do you understand to be happening on the other side of the border to ensure that this aid gets to the people who need it most?
It is It is our job to provide the supplies, to provide the food aid, the humanitarian aid, the medical supplies. And it is, I hope maybe some UN coordination is needed to make sure that our concern is that the continuous delivery of the supplies. So if the UN intervention is needed to guarantee the continuous delivery of the supplies, we are all for it. This is our job, is to provide humanitarian assistance. We are not there for a war or to be part of the war. We are there for the humanitarian assistance to help the Palestinians who are really, really suffering.
Understood. Sharif Abdel-Azim, as we understand it, there have been as few as 100 trucks a day, as many as 500 trucks a day going through this border. That is what you are calling for. Is it, an increased opportunity to get more trucks through than these initial numbers that we've been talking about?
Yes, and to keep the crossing open, because it has been closed and the constant chilling is making it impossible to go through. So there should be agreement to keep the crossing open and to stop the shelling and to keep the trucks flowing into Gaza. This is our hope. We pray that this will take place. We've been waiting for a week, and nothing of this has materialized yet.
Well, the promise is there. Egyptian authorities have confirmed that border crossing will indeed be open. A deal brokered by the president, US President Joe Biden. A job done, he said. Certainly getting agreement to get this crossing open has been important. You have to wonder what other objectives he had on what was a very short trip to Israel, but certainly, as in his words, job done in brokering this deal. And we hope, of course, as you do, that this border will be open tomorrow. Sharif Abdel-Azim, chair of the Rosala Charity Association, thank you for joining us.